what we're doing it right like this, I think. Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's first live interactive event. The Martelli So Crazy, So Crazy Sleigh Ride. Oh my goodness, are you like one of our customers now? I don't see it.
Did you see it?
Hit refresh.
I did.
You're not on the channel. You're not on the homepage. Why did you leave where I said to be? See, you know, this is so what crazy. I deal with all the time. This is how you do it. And then do you listen? No, you don't listen.
Here's our price list, but this is retail.
Okay, so Jeannie is posting the price list for the event right now. It shows retail, but as we get through the event, we'll be talking about the amazing discounts that we'll be offering to you guys over the next week. I'm
sending them some love.
All right, so stop sending love and come on over and let's just make sure we got this going on. So what do you have to say about the Martelli stuff? Like, you're new to Martelli.
Well, she personally owns it.
Well, no, but she's new. Like,
I'm pretty new. So I started out, my Martelli thing was the rotating mat, and I'm like, this thing is the bomb. And then somebody told me that the pinking chairs were the best, and I'm like, these are the bomb. And the cleaning brush, because you can look so gorgeous cleaning, and then you can just put on your makeup. That's the bomb. And then at the last show, I didn't meet Brian, but he's the bomb. But I met Joe Allen, and I was like,
he's the bomb.
And then we decided we would do this because I do have the cutting table. And we were talking this morning, and I was like, so is Martelli saying that they're like the ergonomic products? And I just know as I age, even though you guys think I'm so young, but I notice things bother me. My back bothers me. I went to the doctor today, and I was like, sometimes my thumb really. She's like, trigger finger, and I was like, what? Now? So, like, we need to start taking care of our bodies, and we're going to be talking about these products. And I'll go. You want me to go and help him? And so this is Joe Allen. This is Brian. These are the Martelli folks, and we are doing this So Crazy Sleigh Ride, and we feel so thankful to be. Yeah, here we are.
Now, can they
Here
buy?
they are.
Look, there we go. A1 Vacuum and Sewing, Reno, Nevada.
Yes. So,
Nevada,
and we feel.
Nevada,
I know.
Nevada.
Thank you. And those are the like. We still have space in our evening session. So, like, how's today working, Jeannie?
So if you want to come down, I would just we're going to be doing, if you're here in person, we're doing a 2 p.m. session, and we are doing a 5:30 session. 5:30 session. So we're doing 2 more sessions. Those are going to be live in person. You can feel, touch the product, take advantage of the products that are here. Take them home with you now and not have to wait for shipping.
Yep.
So and then ask your questions.
Right.
Perfect.
So and if you it's a $15 fee, but if you don't want the t-shirt, you just want to come and check everything out, then come on.
No big deal.
Just
But
come
I
on
mean,
down.
hold on though.
I know what you're going to say.
I mean, I'm on the t-shirt, so it's well worth it.
Yes, it's a good looking t-shirt.
Thank you.
T-shirt.
These are my favorite. They're the softest we've had.
They're so soft.
And hey, it's this time of year, right?
That's right.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I think for a lot of people, it's like the first time they've ever seen this view of the store too.
You do it back there in that
We
little.
do it in like a little corner where they don't get to see the chaos. That is it.
Oh, they're going to get some chaos, but it's going to be good chaos. It's going to be controlled chaos.
Chaos. It's been chaos. All of our Martelli stuff arrived today, so it's been an adventure so far today.
Now, can they ask questions as we're going?
We're gonna have Jeannie kind of take over and like man the stream.
Okay,
so if you guys want to just introduce yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. After you, my dear.
My name's Joe Allen. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm Brian, and this is Joe Allen, and we've been with the company. Wait, you're going on 15 years? 15.
Like I'm going starting 16, I think.
Together, we're over 30 years of experience. That's how they do it in the industry.
That's right.
But yeah, so we cater to ergonomics. So you're going to get a really, I'll tell you this. It's the end of the year, and we know what that means. Jump on it now because you're not going to want to see it next year price-wise. This is ridiculous what this is doing right for A1. That's listen, you're going to hear what we're doing today on our workstations,
Right.
and our
Products
and materials and all that stuff. But you're going to see the ergonomics that's built into it. Treat yourself. Seriously, treat yourself. If you give us a little bit of time, we'll change your life. But it's going to be for the better. A1 is doing it for you guys. It's awesome.
Well, so what's funny, and you guys don't know this, is like literally about 2 years ago, we had some products that came through the store, and it became this joke that the products were going to change your life. So add this to the change life.
already.
I mean, seriously, and I know it's cliche, right? It's a cliche term. I'm going to change your life.
Right.
It does. Ask anybody online. If you have this workstation and you know what I'm talking about here, our Martelli workstation, you know what I'm talking about. We have 0 people that have ever bought it.
Correct.
And said, I don't know why I bought it. Never.
And we just keep making things better. So, like I know you keep saying about the workstation, and maybe some of you already have it, and we're not going to jump to going to it because we have so many tools we want to show you. And honestly, the tools change your life as well. Even if you already have a workstation, please do not go, oh, I've already seen it, and not watch, because we've made changes and they are incredible. And it's something that literally for 15 years that I've been here, people have been asking, well, can't you do this?
Yes.
And we finally did it. And
we went on daily.
And we also have another incredible table that just came out at Houston. So you guys are like really the first people to see.
You really are. So, and this is a unique feature. Here's the thing: we can only do about 25 or so shops when so like this is a sleigh ride. We've done Spooktacular in October. We've done turkey trots in November. We theme it because it's fun, right? We can only do about 25 or so shops a year. Well, guess what? This is one of them. So take heed. I mean, I'm telling you, take advantage if you can. It's going to be amazing. So
perfect. Martelli's been around. We'll just kind of go into it. Martelli's been around for 28 years. This is how we started, and it's literally like Jeannie was saying. Hey, aren't you guys kind of ergonomics? Okay, and this is the right-handed cutter. We do have a left-handed cutter as well, and you can see how I'm holding up my thumb, my index finger, and you're holding on the outside of your body. No longer are we using what Brian likes to say, a glorified pizza cutter, and you're cutting in the middle of your body and you're holding on and you're pushing. I don't know about you, but by the end of the day, actually, Jeannie was even talking about her thumb. You get a little older. Your thumbs, your hands, your shoulders, your whole dang body starts aching. So first, start off with the right tool to cut. And this is how you do it. This is how you start. And is there a little learning? Yes. But gosh, there's learning for everything.
You're still learning a lot all the time.
I am. So this is how Martelli started 28 years ago.
Yes.
And it was truly about the ergonomics. There's a 45 millimeter, there's a 60 millimeter, there's a 28 millimeter as well. The thing about it, in fact, let's just show them this. You roll forward. And that opens the blade, okay? And then to close it, you just turn. So again, roll, close.
So it stays closed until they actually begin to cut.
That's right. And I don't know if you notice, I'm not like going and pushing. Like a lot of times ladies use it and their hands start shaking because you're so used to pushing so hard.
They're white knuckling it right here.
Right.
This is not the pressure. It's like so it was mimicked after, I know it's going to sound crazy, I always say this, it was kind of created after a rolling pin. Exactly. Think about that. Yeah. Think about this. Rolling pin situation, right? Your arms stay to the side. You're not in the middle of your body when you do that. I hope
no.
You're in the middle. Where your arm lays is where you should cut. I don't care what cutter that you're using. You should probably cut where your arm lays because that's a straight line. You can't force yourself to have a straight line in the middle of your body. We're starting to talk about ergonomics already.
Exactly.
Okay? So when you have this motion right here, guess this. So you see me standing? It's the same motion sitting. There's a lot of people that have a hard time standing for long periods of time, correct?
Right.
So when you have that, this motion right here doesn't change just because I stand up. How hard is it to cut when you're chasing something, when you're turning your hands in with, like I said, that glorified pizza cutter?
Right.
Because you're turning your hands into a correct, natural movement. I always ask people to do this when they come to a class. You know this.
Yep.
I said, do me a favor, set your hands on your lap. And everybody sits their hands on their lap like this. I have yet to see
He would go.
that they do this.
Yeah.
They don't do that. You don't. So that position is that position. You see what I'm doing now?
Well,
So
and it was obvious to me the first time you used
Yeah.
it. You're cutting straight, like in your square to the table, rather than
Those two
across the
shoulders
table.
are squared.
Yeah.
The second you turn here, you're farther away from your cutting. And that's the difference. So that cutter there has changed everything.
Right. And it really does. And I mean, seriously, we'll hear ladies say, that has changed my
Yep.
life. And that's just number one. And it's the least expensive thing right there.
Yeah, that doesn't keep the lights on anymore.
It really did. I mean, they used to do trade shows and that's all they went to sell, you know, and demo to people. And so then people ask, well, can't you do this? How can you make this better? John Martelli is truly a genius. I mean, he'll look at something and go, oh, I can do that better.
Mhm.
I can do it better. So
Never quilted a day in his life. Never did
And
any
you
of
know,
that.
here's the thing, so I don't know if we told you, but we're from Pensacola, Florida. We are the manufacturer. 85% of what we're going to show you today is made in Pensacola.
Not by
So-
me, not by you. They don't let
No.
us touch the machines.
It's here in Reno.
We're the good
actually.
looks of the company, I think. That's what I tell myself. Yeah, I love this tool. Okay, so this is our strip ruler right here. It's got about 10 different major strip sizes that you're going to use, right? Here's my thing. The problem in the industry is you can't see through it, right? It freaks people out when you can't see through a ruler. The problem is that's kind of opposite-ended in our minds. We all know what a straight line is. That's all we're going to work with. So like let's do this. How about this? We'll do a bias. Okay, we know how finicky that can be, right? So I've got my fabric here, and I'm just going to square it up on my mat right here, okay? That point and that point right there touching. So that's a square. Well, let's do this. Let's do a weird, kind of near the middle. There's a 1-inch cut. You see there's grooves right here. There's slots. So you see when we talked about straight lines, 1 inch right there. You got your 2.5, 2 1/4. You've got a lot of major strip. I'm doing this one. What I want you to know is we're going to follow a straight line to make it a brand new straight edge, all the way down to the end over here, okay? And all I've got to do, so here's the thing, there's a backing on our tools. It's kind of a corky felt material, right? When that touches anything that you're working with, it does not have to be just sewing and quilting, it can be anything. It will grip it. Because look, this will move the entire table before it moves the tool. What we're used to is this. And we're the pressure, we're the hold. That's where the shoulders come in. We're going to start talking about ergonomics. We've already corrected the hands. Here's where the problem with this. If I'm doing this, that means I've got to be the weight the entire time, right? I have to be the pressure. That's where that shoulder comes in. When we come this way and you've got something that's going to do the work for you, all the measuring is done. So let's do that 1 inch. You see the arrows pointing to the lanes you can go down? It points to the lane you need. It's super simple. We're going to take that all the way down. So there's that line at the end. And I'm just going to put it on the line I'm using on the mat. See that? And then match it down here. So all I did was just take a line and put it on top of a straight line. That is as easy as it gets, right? Okay. Once that's done, here's the magic. It'll go anywhere I tell it to. That's the difference.
Whereas
Okay?
if you did that with acrylic, it
You
obviously moves around.
have to be the hold, yeah. And so you're chasing it. So remember, there's a rubber strip. We're going to open this cutter. There's a red guard. This is how easy that cutter is to open. Now it's open. Put that finger on top. You're pointing at what you're cutting. And then I'm going to go inside here. When's the last time you cut a bias and did not have to hold the ruler? And was on a live feed at the same time. And then you have that. See, that's the difference in a Martelli cutting system. That is not 99.99. That is 100%. A laser cuts this for us. That's the difference. That's the beauty of it. Look, I'm a jock in the quilting industry, right? If I can do this, anybody can do this. This is the difference in what we do is here. We make it easy. We make the tools work around the person instead of the person work around the tool. Okay.
And let's show them really quick. So this is called the 24-inch binding ruler.
Mhm.
You all should have received or seen online price list, and it'll list all of the things that we're showing you. We're not going to show you everything that's on that list today, but you'll see it. But just to give you an idea.
How much time do we got?
Yeah. 1 5/8, 2 1/2, 3, 1 1/4, 2 1/4. Now, yes, like Brian did the 1 inch. Okay. These can be a little bit more difficult to line up. We have other rulers that will make it simpler for you. Okay.
It's straight lines.
That's right. And then here's
Once you do it once, it's over.
Yeah, and please do not let it bother you or scare you that you cannot see through it, because once you have it down and it doesn't move, that's it. You're done. And what I always like to tell people is that by using our tools, you could literally cut a California King quilt in one day, be 100% accurate, never take any measurements, and not have any aches and pains either. Okay. Also, all the tools are made out of an ABS plastic. When was the last time that you did that to a ruler, to a template? You don't, because
you're not supposed to. You would
ruin it. So let's do that again. I mean, you don't ruin your tools and you don't ruin your blade. Okay. Now, this ruler, can you open the skinny minis? Those are my favorite.
How are we volume-wise, Jeannie?
Are you guys hearing us okay? Let me know if you're hearing everything okay.
So this really, this is one of my favorite actually, because you can do so many cuts at one time. It is every 1/2 inch. Now, all you have to do is take a piece of chalk, a quilt marking pencil, or even marking tape, and mark where you want to cut before you get started. That way you don't get lost. Okay. Now, another thing about the material that it's made out of, you don't lose your accuracy. You know, with acrylic, after a while, you also start chipping it, that it's not accurate.
It's got tolerance. We want 0 tolerance.
Right. And just to give you an idea, if you're looking at the price sheet, this ruler right here retails for $95.99, so $96. And people go, woo, you know, that's a lot of money. Now, granted, we're going to take care of you guys today, but when you have tools that are great and you never have to replace them, you're going to have it for the rest of your life. So
how many times do you want to buy something?
That's right. How many times do you want to buy something? Okay. So this one is
unless we're talking about, you know, machines and stuff.
Yeah, of course. But this one's going to be the same idea as Brian cut with this. You just literally, you know, put that in. Well, in fact, here, let's just do this really quick and then we'll show those. All you're going to do, I like to use the lines on my mat so that I know that I'm straight.
And what is it? One straight line. Doesn't matter what line. She just said, that's a simple way she just said it. All you have to do is find one straight line. You don't have to stay on that dedicated favorite line that we've maybe grooved out over time, right? With our tools, we just need one straight line on any of them.
Well, and I'm not using the mat for measuring anyway.
That's right.
I'm using my tools. So what I do is I literally leave just a smidge out, okay? And then I'm going to trim that off. That way, you know, you're squared up.
Now she got me straight.
Now, in fact, you know what? We'll let you do this after I do this, because I love something that you do it a little bit better than I do. Okay, so we're just going to do 1 inch. So I'm going to go over 2. Now, I just tilt that blade a little bit so I can get in. All right, and I can go literally backwards and forward.
My gosh, you're holding it so hard, aren't you?
Oh my God, it's killing me.
Are you
know, I'm not ready to sit there and do that. It's just
a brand new ruler,
because it's a brand new ruler.
It doesn't affect anything.
And literally, I just come backwards and forward, and I'm going every 2. Now, obviously, if I would have pre-measured, boom, 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 it would have been a little bit easier. Why don't you do?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
do your story.
It's fantastic. Okay. Well, I'll show you what she did though. Right here. We'll just show this. So if you're cutting your strips out, just look how awesome and easy all of those were to do, right? And just to check it, she didn't hold it. And look at how perfect those strips are. So your 2 1/2 for your bindings or whatever, you want a 3, you want 5 inch, you want layer cakes, you want charms, it doesn't matter. But this is a multi-purpose tool. And the only reason I know that, because back in Columbus, Ohio, many moons ago, her name's Elaine. I'm not going to say anything. Y'all can probably make a comment if you want. I'm not. She did 40,000 1-inch blocks to finish 1/2 inch. What is she? Y'all can put that there anyway. Well, I'll tell you, she's nuts. But I love her. But here's the thing. she did it with this system that we have. Watch how easy it is. So all I did, remember, straight lines, right? So no big deal. So all I'm doing, see how flexible that is? So you can peel that fabric down. You can get 10, 12 layers if you want underneath it. But be comfortable with what you're comfortable with. Once I get it, I get my comfort cut where I like it, right? So I take my cutter, open it off to the side, go in and knock it out. And you see how easy this is? All I'm doing is letting it drop in and go. Since this is ABS, it's not going to shave off. So don't be scared. Don't shy away from that. That kills blades and it dulls your mat and it kills your mats. All right, once that's done, you notice how everything's underneath. All I'm going to do is turn it. Shouldn't fabric be sliding all over the place right now with any other tool? That's the difference. So I'm going to find another position and I'm going to put it right there. So now, peel up, right? Look at that. Perfect. You can't even see a cut line hardly. You have to get real close, don't you?
I don't even know if on the camera I can see it.
That's crazy. They're cut. So watch this. Let's trim out just a little bit. Okay, because it wasn't a square cut. So now I'm making a brand new straight edge. So the only waste I'll have, but look, clean, and let's get those 1-inch squares. So if you're cutting squares and your pattern calls for, 50, 60 or more, or whatever it is, any half or whole number on this ruler will do that job for you. And look at this. Done.
Perfect. 1-inch blocks.
That's crazy, isn't it? And there's your multiple layers. So just think about how easy things get when you have the tools that, like I always say, that actually work around you. That wasn't hard. And heck, I didn't even hold the ruler the entire time. I'm not chasing anything. That is as easy as it gets. It's about 100 squares real quick in about 30 seconds. And it's because the tools are correct, they're right, they're accurate, and it's easy to use. And I didn't have to see through it to do it. That's the beauty of this stuff.
Well, and imagine how much money you're saving when you're getting that accurate cut the very first time. I mean, fabric's so darn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to take chances of missing. And we have so many more tools and stuff that we're, actually had one of my customers literally,
can I have that?
she took it and then sent me a picture of it. So this
Jeannie,
is.
do we have any questions or anything so far?
I don't have any questions.
It's measurements.
Inch ruler, okay? And then these are called the skinny mini rulers. These are very, very popular as well. It is a package of 5. And the nice thing about them, again, they don't slip. Everything we make has that on there. I call it the Martelli magic because it is. Everyone's like, what is it made of? I don't know. We had it created and.
But it's non-abrasive to anything. So
Yeah.
it's not like, a lot of people use sandpaper or they put like, wax or something behind their rulers, but it's abrasive. That material is expensive, right?
Right.
But look how much it holds. This is 30, 40 layers, right? Let's hit the smallest one. Look at that. It'll hold all of that. There's no pressure here. That's the difference, okay? All right, so here's what we're used to. Okay, so if I want this over here, I can just let it come to me. All right, these are tools. Use them. They're great.
So these rulers, a lot of ladies like these because the measurements are already in there and they're not having to go through the line. Because let's be honest, sometimes, especially if people have bad sight, it's harder for them to get into those lines. So this would be another direction. And you get all 5 of them. So, again, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. So you want to do 6.5. All you have to do is literally butt them up together, and then you have 6.5. So you can do a variety. Now, he's showing you where 3.5. What I do at home, since we know these measurements don't change, I actually color these in with silver Sharpie. That way you can see it a lot better. Okay. In fact, even on the binding ruler, because the measurements don't change, I color these in at home with a blue Sharpie. So, whatever you want. Just remember with this one, even though there's numbers down here, don't color it in. Use your marking tape or your.
Because you may have a different value on the next project.
That's right.
That's the difference.
Today it might be 2.5. Tomorrow it might be 4. And this gives you a little bit more variety.
Maybe some charms or some layer cakes or something like that. But you get to pick your value on a half or whole number. This is why it's I guess the diversity here, or the way you can. There's a little bit for everybody.
Right. And people will always ask me, well, what is your favorite? I hate to say it, I don't. I literally use all of these because they all have a different purpose.
That's right.
So why don't you? I had saved these for you.
You want to do?
Why don't you do that?
Anybody ever do any fussy cuts? She's got this right here. What? You know what? Let's do something fun.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, okay.
Say you want to make a beautiful Brian quilt. Okay.
Or the center of your dartboard. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You need to get that handsome dude. You need about 50 of them because you just need it all over. Instead of working around the problem in the industry, and I've seen them out there, and you know we make it a little different. We see outside the box a little bit. How are you going to get a round rotary blade in a corner? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to have overcuts, all that stuff, but it's still, or you're going to dot corners or measure cut, measure cut, measure cut. What we want to do is you want to see what you need on that focal, and then you put that inside, right? And then you just replace it. Y'all see what happened there? So look again. Let's do it on this. Because we don't want to actually cut me out.
This itself is just the plastic.
Right.
It
That's
does
a
move
good point.
around.
See how slick that is? That's just our ABS material. So it'll slide anywhere you want without gripping it. So let's say we need a heart and we want to get it real centered. Perfect. All right. I see what I need. I set that in there and it ain't moving.
Once it's on, it is on. And if you can see, so that's 2.5. These all have your seam allowance built in. Oh, show them how you're cutting. You saw too, like when Brian was just cutting, kind of like what he did with that 1/2-inch ruler. All he did was cut, turn, cut, turn.
That's perfect. And all I did is allow that tool again to work around it. So
because and he cut that pretty quickly, which is great. But here's the thing. If you are normally cutting a square, all right, we sit there and you go like this because you don't want that darn template to move. And then your body's not squared. And by the time you're done, you hurt. Instead, you just literally turn and rotate. My body is always squared up to my table. My hand is constantly parallel to that mat. Okay. And there you go. Another perfect 2.5-inch block. Okay. So all of the templates are 2.5 to 9.5. The squares, in fact, where's the tools? UPS.
oh,
So I'm dancing, you guys. We didn't tell you this.
We started telling you.
Oh my God. So Jeannie and Patrick send me a text Friday night. Hey, Joe.
We have nothing.
Aren't you supposed to have a table here?
Tables, product, nothing showed up. I'm like, oh my gosh. And we're 2 hours behind in Pensacola. So the shop is closed, everything. I call or text Jeanne and Martelli going, we're in big trouble. Thank goodness we have an incredible UPS rep.
And an amazing UPS driver.
Sam, which you met with earlier. Appreciate it.
So a combination of everyone, we were able to find out where they were. They arrived here yesterday. However, of course, it was closed. It was Sunday. I got a text at 7:30 this morning that they were at the local facility because delivery was showing 1:45. You're a rock star!
Right.
Is there a couple more?
No, that's all I could find. I went through everything, and that was the one that was in the very back.
You talk, I'll go look because I know what we're looking for. I'm dropping up to. I'm gonna go out to the truck.
Okay.
Are you okay? Here, I'll help.
So here's another cool thing that we can do, and then I'm going to go over the mat, and I'm going to show you all these. The reason why this system is so crazy. So crazy. So we've got our tools here. This is our array. I usually keep this. If you ever seen us at a show or something like that, you know we show these, right? But we're showing them here for a reason, and you're going to find out here in a little bit, which is going to be great because that's what the shop's doing. Anybody ever have a hard time with circles? Got it? Okay. Watch how cool this is to make a circle now. So you're going to fold your fabric and then in the folded edge right here, okay? So I'm going to do a 5.5. Once that's there, I don't have to hold on to it. There's no pressure there. I'm using it one finger. I'm going to open my cutter, okay? And here's the cool thing. We're going to cut this bad boy in a straight line. So we're just going to roll forward. Okay, so how difficult is it to cut circles, right? Not anymore. Look how beautiful that is. Perfect. And then you have your reverse applique right there. That's the difference and our tools and have the ease of use right here, okay? It's literally no pressure. This works for you. That's
a
the
little
difference.
louder.
Oh, okay, great. Hey, yep. If you want me to be loud, I'll be loud. My wife tells me get the heck out of the house, but that's all right. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay. All right. So this is the tools, right? So you've seen a fussy cut for them, right? They're like little lazy Susans for you. So the difference in what we do is nothing moves. You've seen the volume that it can hold, so it'll hold as many layers as you prefer, okay? There's a window for all of these, by the way. We just show one as a sample so you get it. The circles don't need it, but just think about it this way. This is a multitude of different things. This can be a beautiful diamond set, right? Fold, cut on the fold. That's a perfect 60-degree diamond. You got rectangles. You can do drunkard's path and your circles with it. So this is like 6 different sets built into one. You're going to find out why you want it here in a little bit because the shop's doing something crazy for you guys. All right, moving on to the mat. Here it is. Calls are coming in already. That's what we want. Okay, you've seen the tools. You've seen the array of these. What we have. We have a ton of stuff. Remember now, we are the manufacturer. We're American made in the States. So Pensacola, Florida. So remember, it's done right. Okay, but we listen to you. There's a difference in companies that just put something out there without finding out what you actually need. Okay, this is one of them right here. It's our mat. Okay, so we made it a little different. We see what's out there in the industry. Have you ever been on your mat and you feel like your blade is actually going into it a little bit, like puncturing it, right? The problem with that, and there's no problem, people are going to make their mats however they want to make them. We just make it better. We use turf, okay? Same kind of thing you would see on a football field or a baseball field or something to that degree. It's kind of a derivative of extra turf. What we do, this stuff is 3/4 harder, not softer. The reason you can feel that puncture in your mat is because it is soft. What that does is when your blade goes into a mat and it's inside of it, it's rubbing both sides of that blade, right? So if it's rubbing both sides of the blade, guess what's happening? Dulling it immediately. So if you're rotating a lot of blades out and this and that, a lot of reason is because your mat is a little soft, okay? And you're getting grooves in it. So here's the cool thing about ours. Okay, it's tri-blended. This is our tri-blend kind of technology that we got, okay? You see those 3 different blends right there? They're all the same material, but that is what's going to keep your blades lasting 3 times longer, okay? And then there's 2 separate sides. Watch this. Go home. If you're home and you're doing this to your mat right now, it'll never come back up right? Unless you have a Martelli mat. There's the difference, okay? Quality is quality, right? I want you to have this mat for a very, very, very long time.
So we had a question on the
Yep.
live stream about, are there holes in the rulers for hanging, or how do
You can absolutely, and that's a great idea. My wife actually has her rulers. Go ahead, and it goes right through it. You're gonna have to do it yourself because some people don't want them. But if it'll take 2 seconds to drill a hole. Absolutely do it. My wife hangs her tools off of her table. Okay, or on the wall.
And then I have a question because it's just something that I've heard customers say, and that is sometimes people find the multitude of lines on the mat a little confusing. Can we talk about why your mats are designed like that?
Okay, so here's the thing, and I get that, and that was just one of those things. When we made it that way, right? Here's the difference. When you have the system, our cutting system that we're going over now. Remember when I said, or a few minutes ago, all you need is what? A straight line. So it doesn't really matter that. Now, if it's a one of those odds and ends type sizes, the cool thing that we did here is we made this oversized. So we're used to what we're used to, right? We're trying to get out of the box just a little bit. And if you do it one time, you're going to see the difference. So watch this. Come on over here. So we do something a little different. We make this mat oversized so that you can use every one of the blue extensions, okay? Even the black is not the whole number. The blue is the whole number, okay? And I know a lot of people may want it the other way, but then some people want it the other way. So it's one of those things that just
you can't please everybody.
Blue is true. But here's the cool thing. That line right there is 100% accurate. Instead of the other mats, I know there's been mats out there that you can't measure on. The problem with that is, why put lines and number on it anyway if I can't measure on it? Ask a home builder to do something like that, and we'll see what happens to your house. If he's measuring something that you can't measure on, it makes no sense. So what we did is we made it a 1/16 of an inch. So that is ruler measurement. That's why you want this. But here's another cool thing. Every one of these has an extension. So look, you have your whole, you have your half, you have your eighth, you have your quarter, you have your third, and you have your 3/8, and you have your half. You see what I'm saying? Every single measurement that you'll ever do is extended off of 24 inches. There's not another mat that'll do that. So that's the difference in it. Okay. And you saw how durable it is. Here's another thing. It's not one mat, it's two. Not you guys are not going to work on the same color material or whatever you're working with every time. Okay. That's why we do two separate colors. This is for a lighter color material, right? That's why it's purple. Okay. And then darker color. Look at that blue pulling off of that yellow. Okay, you see that. If everybody was at the end of a hallway and I've held this mat up, you're going to see the difference in that blue and that yellow. And that's what's called color contrast. That helps you out. I've already got you squared up. What I want you to do is visually be able to see what you're working with. And because I can use any line, I can measure on this. This is a tool as well. That's the difference. Here's another cool thing I like. All right, so remember how we cut stuff off a bolt, right? When we're cutting down, we may have to cut a little smaller. Here's the cool thing that we do. Oh man, that's hard to make. See how that, there's a grit on that. Y'all can't see it here, but there is a grit. How to feel it. You feel it. It's a little, you hear that?
I don't know if they can
It's not
quite hear this,
slick.
but there is definitely a grip.
It's minuscule, so it's not abrasive, right? So like you even moving stuff, so I can put my hand on this and it doesn't want to move. That's good. We want it to grip. So let's just say I've got to cut this down a lot smaller. The problem in a lot of mats is you've got one pivot point, and that's at the edge of the mat.
Yeah.
Okay. What we want you to do is have a pivot point here. So tighter measuring is always going to be better measuring. So if I can just go from a 10 to 10, that's a lot easier on a smaller piece instead of having to pivot off an edge, right? So now I can get comfort every single time. Once I get it lined up, it goes wherever I tell it to go. That's the difference. And that, okay.
There was a question online was asking what size is the mat, and you saw that Brian was talking about the pivot point because it does go here in the middle, which absolutely is fabulous. But we make a mat literally 12 by 18. We make a mat 18 by 24. This is considered 26 by 38 because we give you a little on each side.
That's a big deal.
So that way you can pull out a
Huge deal.
full yard
How many
of fabric.
people are online right now or going to be on watching this has ever peeled fabric back to see a line or an extension, right? Don't move because it's 26 and 38. The true yard is well within the mat, so you get to see every line and every extension. So that will help you with those blue lines that we talked about. And so everything has its own extension.
Exactly. And then, so this is a 26 by 38. Then there is a 30 by 60.
Mm-hmm.
This table we're working on is 55 inches.
It's bigger.
So you add another 5 inches and the table or the mat is that big. They're all made exactly the same way.
Yep, that turf material is no joke. It'll keep your blades lasting longer. And if you use the tools, there's no pressure. So how much pressure or how long would your mat last if you had one of these, right? If there's your cutter, right? And remember, we railed all over those rulers, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. If that's the only pressure you'll ever have on a mat, how long should your mat last? You see what I'm saying? So let's do something a little bit more fun. How many layers do you cut? Right? How many layers do you cut? You cut 1, you cut 2, 4, 8, 16, or 32.
32.
That's Auburn, Alabama math for you.
And obviously you're never going to cut
But look
32
at that.
layers.
But look at that. Look, see, that is not ripped. That is pure cut right there.
And you saw Brian wasn't sitting there putting a ton of
Remember,
pressure.
it's pulling forward. And remember,
But he looks so strong.
Believe it or not, I can do it too.
She can. But here's the thing. I don't need this finger. Remember, we talked about this earlier. That pressure is, don't white knuckle this. That is not even used. That is for comfort so that this blade doesn't slide around. So that's just literally protection. That's it. And then flip it back. Middle finger. Just don't point it at nobody. You'll be good. Be good to go.
Perfect. So let's show them a couple of small little tools, and then let's show them the.
Let's show them what,
brand that's been
yeah.
added. You know, Jeannie talked about the machine cleaning brush. These are phenomenal. I think retail is like $12 or something like that. In fact, if you hold this and rub it like on a magnetic bowl, oh, scary! Brian's behind the camera.
I'm at the wheel.
If you rub it on a magnetic bowl, it actually causes a little bit of static electricity. Something else I want to show you really quick. Do y'all ever free motion quilt? Jeannie, will you do me a favor and grab that pink?
We got to concentrate on them. Sorry. I was showing me.
Thank you. So many people are afraid of free motion quilting, okay? Because of your design, you know, so you don't want to mess it up, but also because of the ergonomics of it, okay? When we sit there and a lot of times you're wearing gloves, and we hold on, and you put so much pressure that your hands, your shoulders start to hurt, and you still can't move it, okay? Or you're like this, and you're moving it around. Remember, everything we do is about ergonomics. So these are quilting paddles, Martelli magic on it. Literally, all you have to do is put it on your fabric and follow it around. So no matter what you want to design, again, my body is still completely squared up. I'm not having to hold on, and I can control and do whatever design I want to do. You could take an acrylic ruler, you know, if you want to do some ruler work, put it on top of it, and then follow and push it as well, okay? Now, the only thing you do with these is you have to have a little bit of out pressure because you don't want to go like this and, you know, sew over that. So it's not like a ton of pressure. It's just literally a little bit of pressure. No stress in your hands, no stress in your shoulders. Now, a lot of ladies and gentlemen, because I know we have a ton of men now that do quilting as well. These are called palm paddles, and hence their name, palm paddles. You're just putting your palms over it, and again, same
If you
thing.
have a carpal tunnel or tendonitis or some arthritic condition, without that pressure in those fingers anymore, just to be able to place like this and be able to move something that easy, it's going to help you out tremendously, especially with that cutter and these tools.
That's right. In fact, a lot of times, again, people say, which one do you like better? It is truly a preference. A lot of times people buy both. What I like about this one as well, imagine you're sitting there sewing your quilt top together. You know, you're pushing with your fingers. Again, let's eliminate that stress in our hands. Put this on the outside of your needle, and literally you just push that fabric through. So these are called quilting paddles, and then these are the palm paddles.
These are the cuties.
Yeah. And we actually, you may have seen them, you know, in different colors because we make them for other sewing machine manufacturers, but it's all us. This is what we make, okay? So, you know, these are little chichas. Oh, let's show them the roundabout really quick.
Oh, yes.
And then let's go to, I think she has one open right there, doesn't she?
Did we have some
Do we grab
questions,
one?
Jeannie?
They asked if what other size cutting mat.
I answered that.
Okay.
And then we took the left and right. Do we have one open?
I did. Oh, she has one back there.
Oh, yeah.
If you had a cutting mat that was for left-handed cutters, markings on it for left-handed.
So yeah, that's a good point. So if I'm one-on-one and I want my one on this side, I can see that one and I can see it over here, right, for my right-handed. If I just flip it over, the one's on that side for lefties.
Okay.
So 1 and 1 matches instead of 1 being 36 on this side.
So basically, you just turn
You just turn it around and your one wants to match whatever your dominant hand is.
Now you're left-handed. Gotcha.
Okay, here's this is the yellow mat. So here's our roundabout. Here's the cool thing about it. Let's go this first. There's 3 pieces here. This is a felt bottom. This is the top. But look, take a gander in there if you can. You see those ball bearings in there? Stainless steel ball bearings. It's the most on the market. Okay. So you get a perfect, like, regulated spin instead of it being crazy out of hand. Then there's a backing on our roundabouts, right? Not everybody's going to need a roundabout every time they work with something. So if you're at a class, a workshop, a retreat, or whatever, and you need to be a stationary mat, it won't shift on you. So it locks in. But when you do need it, and you need to pass the salt, there
And
you
it
go.
does it. Because so many times, like on the turntables on the market. Most of them are square or they're
attached.
So once that mat is,
Done.
shot, you have to get rid of the whole thing.
Yep.
Now, these mats are actually a commercial mat. They last a very, very long time, but you can replace it eventually just by itself. But
Are they the same as the
They are
mats on
not.
the table?
It's a
They are
commercial
not.
grade.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not the turf material.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. And then, so cut, turn, and then this is for pressing.
Yeah. You got your own little ironing
So,
board with it.
that way, a lot of people love these for classes, retreats, traveling,
Mhm.
because now you have
Campers.
everything that you need all in one. This is our 17-inch. That's the most popular. There is a 12-inch one as well.
Right. Same thing. It won't come with the. We don't have the
Okay.
ironing top of that, but this is a 3-piece set, and they have got a killer deal on it at the shop this
Right.
week. So
Okay.
check that out.
So now we talked about the workstations. Now there's a little bit of a height difference here, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And actually, normally I wear heels, but it was so cold, I'm like, had boots on. The cutting table, even for myself right now, you heard us talk about workstations earlier. When we cut, okay, this is what I always tell ladies, drop your arm and bend. This is how you should be holding that cutter. People always ask, well, what height the table should I work at? Okay. Really, it kind of depends on you. There is no perfect size table.
Well, let's do something.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn this table. But we'll just
turn it
turn this
sideways?
that way. That way they see the side angle of this.
Okay.
Stay where you are, Patrick. I'm gonna turn it this way, and we're gonna show you why this is so important. This is the most important part about this entire demonstration, and this is why what we're known for, right? Obviously, we started with cutters, but we got into ergonomics and we kind of drop kicked the doors down. So obviously, those that are out there, y'all are all different heights, but it's not even about height. What if we're the same height and you've got longer arms,
Right.
but someone told you need 36 inches? You see, that doesn't make any sense. So don't sit here and say this is perfect, this is it. There's no perfect height that's flat, right? So
Right.
Tell me, Joe, where would you have yours?
Well, and here's the thing too. It's like, how many of us, you're sitting there holding on to your ruler. You're like this. Your table honestly is way too low. So by the time you're done, again, that back, neck, shoulders, your whole body is feeling it.
Perfect. You said too low, right? A lot of the people that are out there have it low so that they can be the pressure.
Right.
Okay. They need to be on top of it. So
Right.
one, they want to see it.
Right.
And they need to be able to hold it. Okay. There's the cool thing about us is we can adjust to anybody. Yes, it goes up, right? And it goes down. But here's the cool thing about it. Joe, where would you want it? I'm going to build it for you.
And let's tell them real quick. So it's 29 3/4 when it's all the way down, but it can go all the way up to 40. How tall are you, Patrick?
I'm about 6'1".
Okay. So it doesn't matter if you're 5
Right.
foot. It doesn't matter if you're 6, 7.
Tell me
or
where
whatever.
you would want yours.
Let's go. Raise her up. Now remember too, I don't have to worry about pressure because I'm working on a Martelli tool. I'm gonna go right here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go like this. Is that okay?
So I'm about to sing a song with this mic in front of you.
I
All right,
know that
Joe,
is a
you're squirreling.
no. Okay. I want to make sure they can hear me.
Oh, got you,
Because my
okay.
back was to them.
Where height-wise, where would you
Okay,
go?
keep going. Okay, good.
Okay, stop. All right. So here's what the thing is. If I built this table for her because she wanted it this height, she's now stuck at that, right? Or lower, whatever. Here's the beautiful point about this. So she's right-handed. She's going to cut something, come on down, and watch this. Here's the problem. Look at her posture. Okay? We've already taken care of your hands. We've taken care of shoulders because we don't have to hold things, right? What's the one thing that hurts probably the most for most people?
Their back.
The back, right? And here's the thing. This is where people stop projects and they got UFOs all over the place, right? So, and they're chasing. So that's the difference. There's one way to fix that. And that's the beauty of this, is to tilt it, right? So look at that tilt and watch, look at her posture. She can reach the entire length of the ruler. And that is why this button, so if you've never seen this before, this button right here is the magic. I'll pass it back up and you're going to see this bad boy tilt like a drafting table. Now, the only way, right, you can have one of these and use it is that nothing falls off.
Nothing slides.
Right.
Tell me what slides.
Nothing.
Tell me what any of our product that will slide off.
I was amazed.
Yes.
It's just like,
Here's another thing. Look at this, Patrick. Look at this. But that mat is not sitting on it. It's embedded into it. The guys in the shop do a really good job. They do not let me build your table.
No. Well, and you remember we talked about the grit, I guess, if you want, on the mat.
So
And even just like
in a multitude of different things. Like, so we have stained glass, we have paper pieces, scrapbooking, right? We have a lot of people that are doing, obviously you're sewing and quilting, right? And that's the beautiful thing about this is it is not a quilting or sewing. It is an everything table. Remember how you felt that grit earlier?
Yeah.
The fabric does not fall off either.
Doesn't matter if it's light, dark, it's going to lock it in. And then if you need something over there, Joe, I'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And the thing is, like when you have something at your right height, so many times we have ladies say, oh, well, I bought bed raisers. And then they're using a plastic table. Well, what does that do? It wobbles. And, here's the thing. These cutting tables, we make them in Pensacola, just like the rulers and templates. They're made out of what's called HDPE, high density polyethylene. The legs are extruded aluminum. Believe it or not, this thing will hold 500 pounds. Now, what's that matter? Well,
changing light bulbs.
And I have done that before.
I know you have.
But the thing is, it's not going to wear down. It's so sturdy. There are 2 locking casters on it. Now, a lot of times people say, gosh, I don't have the space. And let's turn her again so they can see.
Well, look, when they turn it, you're going to see, look, it's the drafting side for you. Your reach advantage becomes anybody's reach advantage. We're all the same reach advantage now. Remember how we talked earlier, how you can sit down with just the cutter? What if you want to continue a project, but you have a back problem, you have a shoulder problem, you have a neck problem? It's a lot easier to cut like this when nothing's going to fall and slide on you and sit down, take a little load off. But if you want to get up, guess what? It's a touch of a button. That's the difference. That's why we're here.
And a lot of you, like I mentioned earlier, maybe you already have one of our older workstations. In fact, the remotes were attached. Now they are wireless, but they raised and lowered. Okay. They tilted left and right. This table still tilts left and right. The reason really is if you want to stand down here, you're going to square up. You've got that longer end of your quilt.
It gives you length of the mat.
Right.
Whereas this is going to give you the total width. So with all these tilts that come with it, you have full advantage of the entire mat where you would have to chase that anywhere else.
And the nice thing too, like Brian and I were in Albuquerque last year, and this gal is wheelchair bound. And she literally started crying because it's been so hard for her to continue to do what she loves because she's in the chair at all times. So, you go all the way down to 29 3/4. You got the tilt. Now you can reach.
And if you're taller, it goes to 44, 45. So
exactly.
If anybody has their own middle, that's why this, and like as you said, this is not wood and particle board. Okay, that's the traditional things that we buy that are out there in the market. Wherever you go, it doesn't matter. This is HDP, so there's no, corrosion. Right. Okay, there's no rust. It is no maintenance. That's the difference.
And 5-year warranty on it. Now let's talk about sizes.
What does that warranty cover?
So everything, the electric and the table itself. And here's the thing, Patrick, is that there is no maintenance needed. Okay, you put her together and you plug her in.
That's it.
Okay. Now, I just said a magic word. I said, you put her together. There is some assembly required. It comes in 5 different boxes. It's literally, 16 screws and 2 cotter pins, and you roll on the casters. There is a video to show you how to put it together. Now, what I'd like to show you, though, and we'll give you a picture of it. In fact, I'll hold it and you can zoom in really quick if you want. So we have 3 sizes. The one that Brian and I are cutting on right now is the Advantage. That's the middle one. And she is 28 by 55. The Premier, the smaller one, is 29 by 47. And then the Elite is 35, right? 35 by 72.
35 by 72. And it's got the 60.
30 by 60 mat on her. Now, you're seeing pricing and stuff like that. Don't worry about any of that right now. Mainly what I
No,
wanted
take
you
a
to
look
do.
at it. Please take a look at it.
Let's talk
Okay,
about
yeah.
it. Jeannie, can you bring that over?
Don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. What I want to show you. Show you is I really wanted to show you the sizes. Okay. This one right here, like I said, is the number one. Now, I want you to think about something.
Right here.
I actually do not have a sewing room. I either work in my bedroom or I work in my living room. And so many ladies will say, I don't have space. I don't have space. Look at what are you cutting on right now? Is it a table that honestly
Is it a lifetime table?
Yeah.
Is it something you may have gotten from like an IKEA or something to that degree?
Because this table right here, when we said it will change your life, it really truly will change your life and how you cut. Now, 28 inches. Why would a table, do you know, Patrick, why would the table be 28 inches wide?
28 inches like deep.
This way.
Is that-
Yeah.
This way,
okay.
yeah.
I was like, that's a lot more than 28
wait,
inches.
yeah.
So
What?
like just the ergonomics of the average arm length, is that?
Nope. That is completely wrong, Patrick.
No,
You're eliminated. Jenny? Actually, technically, he's right because that is true. Think about your house.
Oh, okay. So you can get through a door jam.
Yes, a lot of people have to
30-inch door
disassemble a
jams.
lot of their different things or have to keep it in there.
30-inch door
That's right.
jams.
You know, a lot of times ladies maybe have a long arm in one room with a lot of stuff. You
Yep.
know, they have two rooms. Or maybe they're like me and they don't have a sewing room and they're just sewing on
Family
the dining. Yeah, they're sewing on the dining room table all the time, you know, and cutting and everything there. So what Martelli did was we made two tables that give you this width here so that you literally can roll through a door. Those are commercial grade casters.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I literally could roll down
Those aren't the typical wheels you will see on any of your cabinets that you may buy.
and two of them are locking. So you can't hurt it. You know, and here's the thing too. This is not just a cutting table. We have a lot of ladies that sew on it, and we do
Can
have
I get a
some.
machine?
Yeah,
You could if you want.
Let me
So-
get this door stuff.
This is
No, don't do that one.
That would be cheating.
so.
Let's get a good
All
one.
this is our non-slip surface on both sides for a sewing machine. In fact, how many of you? Oh, there we go.
Look at this. Look how big this is.
Just like
Of
that.
course, she grabs the $7,000 machine.
Hey, our liability is covered, right now? Yeah. Well, look, it's tilted, right? So here's another thing.
Well,
Let's
Let's
say-
go like this. So why
No.
wood though? Okay. So normally, and watch Brian, how do we immolate when we sew? What do
so
we
here's
do
the
when we
thing.
sew?
It's my biggest thing is there's a lot of things that are around us that we don't think of that are tilted, right? Obviously, we have drafting tables and stuff like that. But watch this. How do you read a book, right? How about your steering wheel? How about your gas pedal? Think about those things. They're tilted for a reason. When you're sewing and you go into the biggest thing, we've already covered hands, your back, and your shoulders. Now we're going to cover your neck and your back, right? The hunch that we do inside of a machine, because we have to sit down at a flat surface, it's like this. You're looking into that machine. What we're trying to do is lift that. What do you say? You like to say lift your chin and
Yeah, drop your shoulders,
Yeah.
lift your chin.
my thing is like it's a focal forward position, right? So if I've got this and I'm right here and I can see front, side, and the back without having to gooseneck around it, look at this visual. Like that is a perfect. Now I can get this arm right here, perfect in line with those feed dogs that have a straight line. You'll never sew straighter, but you'll never be more comfortable. Here's another thing. How nice is it? And everybody will understand this. You're sitting at a position where you're manipulating your chair around your table. Okay, because you may be taller, maybe shorter, this, that, and the other. What you need to do is have that chair be positioned for your body, okay, and then have a table work around yourself. So how nice would it be to have a table that drops for your shoulders instead of your chair having to lift up or lower because you're taller or a shorter person? It does not matter. That's the difference. That's why we preach ergonomics. We're very passionate about it. But you've got an ironing, cutting, sewing, sitting, standing, tilting, whatever you want situation here. It's an everything table, and it's right here.
So
She
it's
does.
like a 5-in-1 table.
It really is.
Yeah,
Just
you know,
Do you
if you think it, you can do it.
most of the time, honestly, ladies will eliminate or repurpose their current cutting table and put this in place because you will have this for the rest of your life. And here's the thing. Okay, I'm 57 and my back already hurts, my hands already hurt. How am I going to be when I'm 80? I mean, Brian and I meet ladies that are still in their 90s and they're sewing every single day. And, I always like to say, I think that's what's so great about sewing and quilting. You're using your brain, you're using your body, you're sharp.
You're active.
You're very, very active. So why not have a tool that can continue to go with you as you get older to keep you being able to go? If you're constantly having to go like this, you're going to find yourself not doing as much. So all by a push of a button, you take care of everything.
You really activate any type of situation.
This too, because a lot of times I'll be sewing and then I cut.
Yeah.
I'm going to sew and I want to cut.
That's right.
Having this nice because I do sew right now, and I get up and I go and do my cutting.
Yeah, but those
How about this? So standing up sometimes. You know why?
That's Charlene.
Remember what we talked about? Charlene gets it.
Well, and shout out to Charlene.
Charlene, thank you, babe. You did a good job. This is her table. She loves bar.
UPS, even though I got excited and ran out, the two main pieces we needed
Yeah, they stay.
were not here. So here's what I'd like to do really, really quick is let's show you pricing, but then we have to show you something, even though it's only part of it. But okay, can I have the cheat sheet?
Absolutely.
Do you want to zoom in on this, Patrick?
Sure.
So
we came up with a price and they lowered it even more. By the way, y'all.
Now here's the deal. Like if you were to go online right now, you would see our retail and you would have to pay $500 shipping and maybe stand right here so you don't block the microphone. $500 shipping, and the only thing you would get is a mat and a cutter. Okay. Today through the 16th. Okay. We're giving you until the 16th. However, maybe Brian and I will throw in something a little extra if you buy it today. I'm not going to say what it is.
Okay.
But if you buy it today, we'll throw in something extra. All right, here's what you're going to get. Mat, cutter, a 5-pack of blades. You're going to get 40 templates. That's 2.5 to 9.5 squares.
With windows for
They
all
each
of them.
have a window, circles, triangles, and they have fuzzy cuts. So that's 40 windows. The universal rack, which actually will hang on a wall. Now, you don't want it
not falling out?
Because it's a Martelli tools.
Yeah.
You're hired. But here's the cool thing. And the reason we can do that, you see that? There are holes, right? They're 16 inches apart for your studs in your wall. So if you can put a project rack right next, yes, and it'll hold rulers. It's got a wide enough slot to do it. So this is a wonderful little tool.
Okay. Then you're going to get the binding ruler, the 1/2-inch ruler, and then we're going to include a machine pad for you as well.
Not the machine.
Yes, today. No, we'll include the machine pad for you as well. And by the way, those machine pads are great when you go to classes and retreats because you know how you get vibration?
Yeah, those tables.
It does. It eliminates the vibration too. So now you get all of that. That's probably $850, $900 worth of product. So let's talk pricing. Okay. Retail $4,150. Normally we do it for, let's just round it up and say $3,600. Okay. Patrick and Jeannie have decided to go even lower, $33.99. Okay. Now the
With
advantage.
all of that.
Will you hold that for me?
Yes.
And that's with all the tools and everything. The Advantage table, the middle one, retails for $4,700.
28 by 55.
Okay.
And that's the table you guys
Yeah.
are on
That's
right
the number
now.
one table we sell by 90% because
Okay.
most it's like desk size. If you think of it in
Right.
your house.
Right.
Yeah.
What ladies like about this one, and gentlemen, is that you do have this open
The work
area.
area, right.
So you can put tools here, you can put your fabric here, you can put a machine here without it being on your cutting mat. We normally sell it for $39.99, so let's just say $4,000. Patrick and Jeannie are crazy. They said $37.99. Okay, so $3,799.
And that includes the cost of shipping.
Oh, I didn't tell them that.
Oh, well, he just threw that in. He's like, guys, I'm covering the shipping. Here's the thing, that's a hard cost
It is a hard cost. So
for the shop.
here's the
He's
thing,
covered it.
we're shipping from Pensacola. So we cannot ship to Alaska. We cannot ship to Hawaii. I mean, I guess we can, but
We can, but
honestly,
we have to cover shipping. We
yeah,
have to talk to
we're going to have to talk shipping. If you are from Washington State to all the way to
Sea to shining sea.
yeah, sea to shining sea. Exactly. Patrick and Jeannie are covering the shipping. So y'all, that shipping is, even though we say $500, that shipping could be $350 all the way up to $600.
That's true.
Okay. That is 000 for you all today as well, or until Monday. Now the elite table, which
If you
was
got a chance to buy this elite table, guys, you need to do it.
I want it.
the 6-foot table.
This is okay.
You get, first of all, you're going to get 2 cutters. You're going to get the 45 millimeter to 60 millimeter blades to go with it. And you also get a T-square ruler, which is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
And then the mat itself is also larger. It's 30 by 60. So remember, this table is 35 by 72.
6250. That's what's online for us. You can go buy it there.
And honestly, when
that's
Brian and I are usually at a show, we sell it for about $5,300, $5,400. Patrick and Jeannie today are doing it for $46.99.
$46.99 covered with shipping and all the tools.
Everything.
Somewhere online for them to see all this pricing.
We'll put it in the description of the or if you want to type it in.
It's a limited time, like they're talking about. So there's no rush, but hurry up.
Yeah, so we're gonna give you a week to get that done.
But if you buy today, Brian and I are going to throw in something extra.
Ooh.
And I don't know what the extra is, but
a mystery.
A
mystery.
mystery. I'm going to say I don't know how much yet. We'll have to figure it out.
We'll do something nice for them.
We'll do something nice.
There's a couple of classes. If you're in the area as well, remember now there's another class at like around 2:30
and 5:30.
And then there's a 5:30 one. So there's time to get here if you want to take. We actually have a table here to take home, by the way. Oh,
well,
I've got a little.
Unless they want to keep that.
Well,
but
well,
yeah,
no,
we can always win more.
Okay, hold on. You go ahead, and I'm going to
bring something
up to it. So here's the thing. So we've been making tables a long time. This new one, the Sensational is what she's called, by the way, is new. Okay, but people wanted a sewing table, like your other tables on the market, where your sewing machine sits flush inside your cabinet. Okay. So we finally came up with it. We just launched her in Houston. However, UPS, unfortunately, it's not their fault, but we're missing 2 pieces. So we could not assemble the table. So, right.
I am the table.
On top of here.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
sure.
put it on top of this.
So watch how cool this is. So this table, same HDPE, right?
So I can show them pictures of the table.
Oh, yeah.
You take this.
Yep.
So this needs to go.
Okay, I want this.
Yes.
So even my big head can fit in here. So look at this cutout. We're gonna go over a couple little features on this. This is our stellar table. It was introduced this year. It has
A month ago.
skyrocketed. No one knows about this other than we don't even.
And that cutout looks like it will accommodate
Any size.
Your new
the
machine,
Avenir.
The Avenir will fit.
So your new brother that you're buying will fit in it.
Yes. So it does not matter. Now, there is you want to grab the little mat
Yeah, I'll do that.
and the ruler?
Yeah.
So there is and Brian's grabbing it. There is a little, I think, is it 12 by 12?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
Too.
So it's a nice quick hitting trim mat, just something that's right there. But always with the Martelli system, you're going to have it flush.
Yeah.
So anything, it'll come, so it'll drop it. See how it's tilted still? So that is what's going to be, remember how we talked about the tilting on this table? We have that tilt on this table too, but it drops your machine in, but it brings the machine back out if you want for embroidery, whatever. But here's a little It's not you peel this stuff off. Okay, that'll peel off. So, but you see how that? Look at that. It's a nice little quick hitting.
And you notice how she's in white.
Mhm.
So the sewing table can be white or black.
Right.
The cutting table can be white or black. So you have to tell us which color you want.
That's right.
Now, literally, and I'm sorry that it's not assembled because we're missing pieces, just like the cutting table, she does exactly the same. So imagine your sewing machine sitting here. You adjust the table to your height. You tilt the table with your machine to make it comfortable for you.
And that there's a machine pad that we custom make that is the entire length of this. So any size machine that you're going to use will eliminate vibration on it. It'll drop up and down, but it'll tilt. You saw the tilt with the brother right there. It doesn't move.
And Patrick is going to post pictures.
Yes.
Well, I can show the pictures live right now. You guys can keep talking. So yeah, let me just
yeah.
show.
Yes, so
steady.
what they, yes.
Oh, yes.
Is that-
Now,
That's what we do.
and we don't cover it for them.
Yes.
And listen, we tried, but there's so many machines.
Yeah.
So you call So Steady Direct.
Patrick would do that for you.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
And here's a cool thing though, and this is really nice for people. You know, not everybody's the same height. There's, arms aren't the same length. What's So Steady is cool with this cutout, it's the largest cutout on the market, by the way. You can position your machine maybe 2 inches off here and 3 inches off the left. So it can be a custom position instead of a cookie cutter.
Oh, meaning they'll actually do it to where you
They'll
want the
shift for you.
machine. Okay.
Yeah, so it's custom ordered for your machine where you personally want it. Remember now, when it's tilted, it's closer to you. So you're not leaning, you're reading your own book, okay?
What we usually tell
This
people
thing
is wait until you get your table before you order your insert.
Because you'll say, I want it 1 inch from the front. Or if you want a middle, go ahead. It's your choice. That's the cool thing about it.
So with the table.
Oh, yeah.
With the table, I see a cutting mat on the left-hand side. Is that
right there?
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
And you can see, like, our guys, actually, the picture you're looking at right now, our guys went ahead and cut for that machine for us really quick. But the whole idea is that your machine would be flush.
Yes.
The platform that your machine sits on does raise and lower. So if you have a embroidery machine, then you're going to raise that machine all the way up.
It'll raise above the level.
Right. So then you raise the machine all the way up and add your embroidery unit on.
Stephanie Boyk is asking about the chair in the picture.
Oh,
because she said her back hurts. So is that
Well,
chair for sale?
Chair.
That's our chair, too.
That's your chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we back ordered on that? Yeah.
Okay.
No, they just came in.
Okay, good.
That will be, well, I'd have to whisper, they retail for like $480. I think we usually do it for like $380. I think that's what we normally do it for, $100 off. They come in black, bubblegum pink, silver, teal, and brand new purple.
And they can go onto your website and see that. We can give them some kind of deal.
Correct.
Yes.
They can order it with here.
And so I don't want to. I keep saying stuff out of order.
Yes.
And I don't want to get in trouble again. But can we talk just for a second about how they can order a product and
yes. 100%.
Yes.
So there was a link earlier in the chat. There's a link on our website. Everybody who had actually signed up for the event got an email from Jeannie with that link. And on that is essentially a table with retail pricing for the retail product, not the tables, but the retail product. So that's all the stuff that's
all the fun stuff.
Yes.
And y'all saw a ton of it.
Yeah. And so basically between now and Monday, you can print out that form. Let us know what you'd like. And Jeannie, what were the deals?
And then the So Crafty is asking, we can get the black table in white. So this.
Yes. Remember, your table can be white or black, but it's all white.
So you can get both tables.
Here, hold this. I'll show my leg. Got it?
Yeah, you could get either one in white or black. You just need to tell us what you want. Okay. And if you live locally and want product, it would be better if you tell us today, because we'll leave it here so you can pick it up. Okay.
But they do
So-
save on sales tax if they buy it.
Well, that's
If we-
only, yeah,
As
that's,
long as they're not in Florida. Florida, they'd have to
Right.
pay sales tax, but if they're
So
outside, it works for us.
No, because you're collecting the money. So if we're shipping it, they don't have to pay sales tax.
okay.
Okay.
So our discounts on the retail product are,
You said anything over $100, you would give them 20% off. Once they hit the $200 mark, you were giving them 25% off. And once they hit the $300 mark, you're giving them 30%.
Wow.
so yeah, and that's not like, 20, 25, 30.
It's
If you
flat.
spend 300,
It's 30%.
everything is 30% off. If you spend 200, everything is
Everything.
25% off. If you
And this
spend
is through the 16th.
100, everything is 20% off. Regarding tables, there is financing available at those prices.
Wow.
6 months, same as cash financing is covered on that. If you want a longer term, we can work that out. And with the tables, just given that, the tables are kind of made to order, unless you're here locally, if you're going to join us, you can always come at, is it 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock, Jeannie?
2 o'clock and 5:30.
2 o'clock and 5:30. You can always come and see us and be here, and we can work that out directly. Or if you're not in town, drop us an email or call us at the shop, and we'll figure out that financing. There may be a little bit of an increase just because of our expenses around that
Right.
financing, but I'll make it as reasonable as we can.
But with all the tools that are coming with it, it's
Right.
well covering that cost that you would have to do if you piecemeal this together.
That's right. That's
Gotcha.
right.
Well covered. It's almost, you're a little above almost a wholesale rate with everything included.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Now let's talk about delivery time. Okay. So again, we custom make these. Christmas is coming up. We will take a break. I think they close for about a week and a half. We are still working on trade shows in Houston. So when we turn these in, and we're going to wait until the 16th, and here's another thing. If you all order today when Brian and I are here, I will turn your order in
Sooner.
tomorrow or Wednesday, which will get you in the queue to get your table faster. In reality, we're probably looking the second to the third week of January before you receive your table. Okay. Mainly because, again, we don't just have these stacked ready to go. We literally, as the orders come in, we make them. The guys cut it out on a CNC machine. Then they completely assemble them and make sure everything's working, make sure everything's lined up. Then they disassemble them and pack them up again. So, there's a lot of work that goes into it. And even though we have 3 CNC machines, a CNC machine can only cut one at a time. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. But I'll tell you
But
that
you want it built right.
that's right.
That's why you
want
get
it built
American
right.
made and not cookie cutter.
And you might get it sooner, but in reality, I'm going to say mid to late January. Just
If you get it sooner, Merry Christmas. If you
And-
get it later, Merry Christmas.
And then
Yeah.
on retail products, some of it we can ship from here, but a lot of it will be drop shipped.
Yeah.
There will be, and we just haven't quite figured it out yet, there will be kind of a flat rate shipping. It'll be totally reasonable for that drop ship product. Once again, with those discounts, I think it'll be more than worth
I
it.
think
Yeah.
it is.
What kind of time frame on delivery for retail product?
It's long. I'll turn it in as soon as we get it. So,
Okay.
today I can leave stuff here and you guys can get it out if we have it. If not, then as soon as I get it, I'll turn it in the next day. They work Monday through Friday only, just know that. And depending on what it is, we send regular postal or UPS. So the bigger stuff goes UPS. Okay.
Perfect. Given that the product is drop shipped, this is going to work a lot like our brother sale. When you fill out that form and you send it to us, what we're going to do is we're going to sit down, we'll tabulate everything, and we will send you an invoice. Once that invoice is paid, we're going to send your order via drop ship. So,
Nice.
It'll probably be about a 48-hour turnaround from
Okay.
sending us the sheet to order. But is there any potential they'll get this stuff by Christmas, do you think? Or
Oh, and product, yes.
retail product?
The sooner you get it to
The
me,
sooner
the
the
better.
better, yeah.
So if there is retail product that you guys want to do Christmas wise, or you want to put something under the tree for you want to put something under the tree for a friend, just make sure to
You
get
want to
that
put something
us.
under a foot for somebody?
So, you know, we didn't talk about this. You know how you chase your foot pedal on a sewing machine? Carpet, hardwood, linoleum, cement, it does
It
not
won't
move.
move. So that's the best thing on any type of material that it sits
Retail
on.
on this baby is only like $20. I sell the snot out of them because it is so great for your friend for a Christmas gift.
That is a great
You
stocking
know,
stuffer.
These machine brushes are great. We have
I wanted to see this. This is
the
That's
12-inch
the smaller
roundabout.
yeah, here's the 12-inch versus
The 16.
These are all the scissors, the tweezers. So the
See
12-inch
the difference. And so this one has a yellow one. That was a previous one.
Yeah,
Right
they're
now
all
we're running
pink.
with all pink. So you'll this one actually has a cover right now.
They can make it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. So that's in the shop right now. So take advantage. This one has the yellow cover.
But they come in pink now.
Yep, this will be pink. It won't be. This is just a previous color. We switch it around every now and then. Right now it's all pink. So that's the difference in sizes for our roundabouts. They're great.
So
yeah,
you know what? Our shirts, we actually, if you are interested and you're getting product, we can include it in your product. They're only $15, and it has
My
A1,
favorite shop.
A1
they
on
can't
the
see.
back.
You're a little lower. I turned around. I'm low. I'm a little higher and wider.
These are billboard today.
Yeah, you know what? I just did an event this week, and ladies bought it and showed up the next day wearing it.
Oh, it's,
So-
and they're soft. They're good. They're nice shirts, and everybody loves
Well,
them.
and you guys remember our shirts from the quilt show, I'm sure.
Yes, I do.
So
They were
it's
white with the
fun. And-
purple. Was it purple A1 on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get this, you're supporting your shop.
That's right.
so huge to us. That's why we brought this here. We didn't want to be in the big box stores and all that stuff. We want to keep it and stay local with the people that you love and that you trust for all of your needs. So that's why we do it.
But we really appreciate you guys letting us be
Yes.
in your house today with you, and obviously Patrick and Jeannie for having us.
Have you ever done a live stream like this? Is this a first for you guys?
We-
or you,
we've
you-
done it for
you've done-
Martelli.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
We a lot of times during COVID we did for a couple of
Yeah.
stores, but you know during COVID they weren't used to doing it yet. You guys are champs. I mean, you know
Yes.
what you're doing. Martelli does it occasionally, not so much anymore, but you know, we do videos and
and this
stuff like
is
that.
great for our customers that aren't here because a
Right.
lot of ladies, they're all over the country.
Well, and a lot of
And
ladies
it's-
just don't have shops
Access.
that carry
We're
the
out of
Right,
benefits,
and
everything.
It's just
So-
nice to know that you guys are loved so much. It's awesome to feel that. I mean, it's amazing.
You know, and what I always tell people, like especially when we come into the shops, we love coming to the shop because we want to keep our shop owners going. You know,
Right.
we do not sell to big box stores. We don't sell to Joann Fabrics and Hobby Lobby and Walmart and
whatever
Michaels
it
and
is.
stuff. So you're either buying it from a quilt shop,
Or you're
Or
buying
you're-
it from us.
right, when you see us at a show.
So what is the best way? Shelly asked, "What's the best way to order a table?"
So
Um,
if Shelly would like to order a table, Shelly, we obviously know you. You can either call us at the store, although today we have these
Actually,
other two events.
But if we
or-
could get her number now, and then Brian or I will
Yeah.
call
Oh,
her.
yeah, we
Yeah,
can,
if
we
we're
can do that.
available.
If somebody's interested,
So
we'll
Shelly,
have-
if you're interested, we'll
We can
call
have-
you as
Oh,
soon as
and
we
here's
wrap
another
up.
thing, Pat. Like if y'all have questions, we're here today,
Right.
right?
Come in.
Please let us talk to you. Don't stay on the fence like that. Let me talk to you so that I can help you with an answer. I can maybe help you. You know which one's going to work better.
Please call the shop. We'll be here until 6:30 at least tonight. But yeah, let's get it ordered. Does everyone know the shop number? Is it on there?
Yeah, the shop number is 775-852-2323. And I'm multitasking.
He has got 3 arms over there.
Even if you're thinking about a table, but you have questions, don't
That's what we're
hesitate
here for.
to
Look.
call. Because listen,
Pick our brain.
we've heard it. We can help you. You know, we'll help you out.
Yes.
You know, so whatever you need. And here, let me tell you something really quick. If you want to maybe repurpose or eliminate that current cutting table that you have right now, if you do Facebook, there is a private group and it's called SEW, S-E-W. So it's for sale. So SEWITSFORSALE.
You had to think of that.
So it's for sale. And you put your picture of your cutting table up there or whatever you want to get rid of and say pickup only, obviously, because you don't want to ship it. But sell it, make some money. I don't care if it's worth $50. You know, there's someone out there that could use it.
That's right.
You know, that can't afford something brand new. So please, in
Yeah.
fact, you could sell fabric there and other things.
It's a nice little area.
So, Sharon asked if there was a place that had this with all of this listed. I did email this out, but can we have Christine put it on the website? Like, where can they go? 'Cause it's not
Guys,
in-
So
okay,
once
that's
it
interesting.
hits that date,
yeah,
Okay.
this is
they
going to be
wanna know
erased.
what's included in the package.
Yeah, so we'll
Can I
we'll
just take
post
it?
this on the website.
Yeah.
Let's just take a picture of that and we'll send it to Christine.
Okay.
We'll just make.
Do you want
have
to
her
why don't you
mock
use
it
this
up.
one and put the
We'll
price
just have
on
her
it?
mock it up with the
Now,
price.
what about if somebody's interested in that new Stellar sewing table? It is not
Oh,
on
we
the
can say the
market yet.
price.
Y'all
yeah.
are the
Okay.
y'all are really the only groups that
So
are
this
getting
is
it listed.
exclusive to A1 right now.
Uh-huh.
Well, yes, let's just say that.
That-
But everybody on this back, yes, only A1. But
the
I'll tell you this,
retail-
yes, they make up the price point. So
Jeannie, walk over here. Let me whisper in your ear.
let's
Actually, you
Who's
guys should
sitting
walk.
there?
No, you should walk back there.
Patrick's there.
Come here.
Because he's the. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Yeah, well, you want Jeannie to make the prices for you because she'll pretty much give it away.
That's no, hey, we'll make it. They'll give it away. So this is great. So remember now, all the stuff that you saw. So all the strip rulers, okay. There's but the white ruler, the black ruler. All 40 of those templates are coming with it. The mat, the cutter, the blades, the lifts, the wheels, the machine pad. So this can be an everything table. But if you do want the specific sewing table that we showed just a while ago, we're gonna come. Oh wow.
Okay.
We're gonna
Oh,
What?
I don't know.
Okay,
if
so
I
I'll
don't
just
know
tell.
if that's the bad
I'll
word
tell you
I
what it
just said.
retails.
Go ahead.
Okay, it retails black or white. Remember now, it retails when it goes out on the market. It'll be $6,000. You tell.
That's retail. I will tell you right now with Martelli,
We're doing this.
Oh gosh. Okay.
when Brian and I, so we knew this was coming out in August, and Brian and I sold a couple to people that already owned the table.
Sight unseen.
Sight unseen. We sold them for $4,800. Okay, which is awesome. We did $4,800, no shipping. So that was a $1,200 discount just on the table. Jeannie, and I don't know if you heard me. I cussed. If hopefully it wasn't
I
too
heard
loud.
it. So $6,000.
$6,000.
It'll come with its mat.
Yeah.
It'll come with the pad that holds it,
And
the lifts, the wheels, and the electronics. And I just saw it, $4,250.
42.
We don't sell that at shows. We ain't have.
We didn't
So
sell.
if you want it and you want the best price,
You better do it now.
I'm telling you, it's.
we do crazy deals, and at A1 we're always like, we rather make a little off of a lot of people.
You mentioned that
than make
earlier.
just off of a couple of people. We'd rather everyone have a great deal.
And you share the
and
love.
be happy
That
with
is
it.
cool.
Yes.
And everybody feels like
They got a good
they're
deal.
happy
Yeah,
with the deal. Like that's
And remember now, we back it up too.
Right.
So if there's anything, you obviously can call A1 to get shop, and then they know that they can get with us, and we're going to do no questions asked.
That's right.
Okay.
So, y'all, thank you again. I know that was so much information.
can we just open it to questions?
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
for a minute, and there is a little bit of lag in the
Okay.
live stream, so they're seeing stuff that happened probably at this point about 10 seconds ago.
Okay.
But if we can
What's
give
the
them
name of the sewing table?
Uh-huh.
STEL.
I wanted to call it the Prestige.
But not an R.
Okay.
Ella.
So if there are any last minute questions, so Stephanie Boyk asked, are the turntables called roundabouts on the
Yes.
pricing list? So they are called roundabouts.
It'll say 3-piece roundabout. Now on the price list, the only thing I don't, was it on there? Oh, good, they do. All right, I wanted to make sure that the 12-inch said
Yeah,
3
so if they get the
pieces.
roundabout,
So-
they're already getting the 20% on it because it's over 100. Is
So
that correct?
that's all 3 pieces. Okay, 150, 190, so 152 for the 17 or 140 for the 12-inch.
Be almost $30 off, right?
So yeah, either of those would be 20% off if
Wow.
that's all you were buying.
Right.
But we know that's not all you're buying.
No.
Yeah.
Do you want to just see what questions we have?
What's included with the table purchase? The Stellar.
The Stellar,
Yeah.
they're going to get the 12 by 12 mat that's cut out.
Mhm.
They're going to get, I don't even know how long that ruler is. I haven't paid attention yet. The
30-inch, I think it was.
was
Yeah.
it the built-in ruler? And then there will be a
Machine pad.
a custom machine pad that will go on the whole
That's right.
platform, the cutout platform. If they buy a Stellar today,
Uh-oh.
I will.
Listen.
I will. I don't know how we're going to do it.
It's got to be today.
Yeah, today only. We'll throw in an LED light
Whoa.
that is a C-clamp that literally can go anywhere on there.
And a gooseneck, so you can actually form it wherever it needs to be
It's
under a
not like
machine.
the daylight one, is it?
It's not like it's
okay,
ours.
no, but it is warm and cool color,
We're throwing
and then
LED light.
And it has its
Multiple
remote.
colors.
So it has a
Yeah.
remote control too.
So
Today only though.
So, and then, So Crafty said that her Martelli turntable warped. Can she just buy the mat?
Just this. All
Absolutely.
we need, and we'll go.
And I believe that's on the price list as well. So Crafty.
I don't think that's on the price list, but we can get her a price list.
So
a price
remember,
list.
ironing,
Yeah.
keep an ironing board away from this. I mean, keep your ironing board away. And if for storage on this, just so that we don't have any issues,
Right.
don't store it upright like that.
Now we did have one that warped in the sun, and we
That
went
was
out
my
and
fault.
One of
we
these.
and we went out and laid it in the sun, and it flattened back out again.
It'll
Well,
absorb. It'll absorb.
But
Yeah.
remember, this is made completely different. Like I could, and I do this every day at home. That iron top right there, I press on here all the time.
Okay.
However, this is a completely different mat.
Okay.
And if you put
You
it
don't
on
recommend
here,
that?
no, because look, we don't
So,
make that anymore.
I know, but if you have an ironing board, say this is one of the ironing boards. This is not ours, but it is ours, but we don't make it anymore. Anyway, you can throw it on. We make a 24 by 24 now. But this is Charlene. Thank you, Charlene. She lets borrow it just to show you that you can put it on like she's saying. So if you've got a large ironing board and stuff like that, then you want to kind of streamline your room. If you're cluttered a little bit more, use this as ironing, cutting, sewing, right? That's one thing doing 3 things. Now you're opening up room in that special area.
Believe me, you want to repurpose, you want to make space.
Yes.
Brian and I, we pretty much travel together now, even at trade shows, and we have customers that buy from us that literally bought this table. The Sensational came out 3 years ago is when we launched it, and ladies sold their old ones, which Jeannie's probably going to now sell her old one, because when you have that tilt towards you like a drafting table, it is a game changer.
It really is. It really is. This position right here will be so beneficial for
Yeah.
whatever application you're doing.
And so Crafty, that, by the way, even if it isn't something that's on that price list, we have the Martelli roundabouts are actually on our site. Like you could log in right now and buy it,
Yep.
and we'll
just
honor
pay
those
it.
discounts.
Yeah, we'll get it for you.
And if they
Yeah.
go to our website and see something they want, tell them to call you and we'll get that discount through here.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You know?
So this is what we sent out. So this is going to have Joe Allen and Brian's information as well.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So just make sure that if you do call them, let them know that you watched that A1 event so we get credit for it, or just call us here at the store. Just if you do call them directly, you need to let them know that you're doing the A1 event.
Yes.
Right. Because they're not going to
Remember
get the
now,
pricing. So
Yeah, you're not getting the pricing
we want them to
unless
get the
you
credit.
mention
That's why
the
we're
A1,
here.
Or you can call us directly at the store.
Correct.
Patrick will
Support.
take care of you.
And no question is a bad question. I mean, believe me, sometimes people you miss
believe me,
something,
I
whatever.
work with
So
her.
shut up.
And then Brendan McConnell asked, where is the price list? The price list is actually on our website. It is in the description of this video. So
And
you're
I
watching
voted it
this.
3 times in
You're watching this on YouTube right now, and that price list that we sent out is in a link on the description of this YouTube video. No, it's fine.
And any
Let's
like
go back
friends
to
or
here.
family that you know that are in the industry that you know that are not going to be on live or can't make it, please let them know.
There's gonna be some
Is there
shipping.
free shipping on items? Unfortunately, there's not. We're discounting enough that we're gonna have to charge some shipping.
They're taking care of the shipping on your tables.
We're taking care of the shipping on the tables, but retail product, we're gonna come up with a flat shipping rate that is entirely reasonable. We just need to sit down and see what it's going to be.
Well, what we can do too is like, obviously if someone buys a machine cleaning brush, we're not going to charge them $12 when that's what it costs. What I would say is make your list by quantity
from us.
Right. And then we can ship it. But
we,
we can do I think probably the more you buy, the more we can save you on shipping.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then when was the price list emailed? So it was emailed to the people that had signed up for the event. I can have Christine send it out tonight. So actually, if we ask her to do it right now, she'll send it out right now. So we'll send out an email with that price list and a link to this video.
Yes.
And then somebody asked, where is that piece of paper that Jeannie just held up? That'll go out in the email today. There was another question about what all was coming with the cutting table.
Okay. I'll go over it real quick.
So
I got it.
Mat, black ruler.
Here, we'll put it all on the table.
Ruler.
So both of your rulers, all 40 of the templates with windows for each and every one of the squares. I just keep one of them out, okay? And then every one of the triangles as well, you'll get a full set of circles, okay? So each one will have its own fussy cut window for each and every one. So this is a 40-piece set. The rack that holds this, which can be mounted, right? And just to show you, so that's coming with it. So it's a mounting, or it can be set on the shelf, but it's never going to move. Okay, so that will come with it. Like Joe said, the mat, you'll get a set of our tungsten blades. We didn't really go over that.
No, we didn't.
So this is tungsten. It's not the traditional. There's a lot of things that are out there that say platinum and this, that, and the other. Those are just fancy words. Tungsten's not a nice word. Again, it's not fancy or flashy, but it's just better. So 3 to 5 times longer lasting. You'll get your cutter. Need to know what hand you are, left or right. Okay, they're dedicated for that hand. So if you're getting your table, let us know you're right-handed. Okay, you will get a machine pad. We are throwing that in there, right, Joe?
Yeah.
You'll throw a machine pad in there for you. This will not move, but it'll be perfect for any situation.
Buy today, we're going to give them something else.
You're going to get a mystery gift if you buy today. And it'll be worth your while, I promise. It won't be, we got you some tweezers. No, it's going to be something that you're going to enjoy and that you can use. You'll get the lifts and the wheels, and A1 is covering shipping. No one does that, okay? So that's it. So it's a full set system from start to finish that we just covered everything on. You get it all.
And we need to know, do you want the Premier, which is the small one?
Premier cuts off about here.
You don't have to show me. You want either the Premier, which is 47, it's about that. The mat will be set right in the middle. Or the Advantage, is this one.
It gives you some work.
This is once again your best seller.
This is the best seller, and because of in out of doorways. But this right here, and they'll know. I just want to put something here without it touching the mat. Now, I'll tell you this.
The price
If you've
of
got
the
a
6 foot,
camper or you travel a lot and stuff like that, that smaller table is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, because we made it for a camper and we put it out on the line, so it actually then worked out.
Then the 6 foot table, you're looking about right here, and then the mat would be
Come out right here.
And that price point that they are doing,
If you've got room for a 6, you get the 6. I promise you that. That you'll never see that with us at a show.
And the elite table, the 6 foot, you're gonna get a 60 millimeter cutter.
So you get the bigger one.
And blades to go with it. And then it also comes with a T-square ruler. The T-square ruler is what, like
36, 38 inches. It's got a 2.5 inch binding ruler in the middle of that ruler, by the way, and it pivots off the edge. It's wonderful to do squaring up with or just long length cuts right off the bolt.
Architects use a T-square.
So everything is full set. Every single table that you buy for the cutting needs is going to be fully loaded through A-1. They're loading it up for you, not us. They did. Okay. So jump on it. And then the stellar table, which is the sewing table that we went over, can be, will come with its mat, the cover. And if you do it today, Joe is throwing it, and we're doing this for them, an LED light to go with it. And that's great. And also tell me what color you want.
Yeah, black
or white. If your studio in your room
is all white. And let me tell you what, y'all, normally white is a $350 upgrade. Mm-hmm. These guys have decided to do it for you at no cost as well. So
everything has a cost. And they're it's amazing.
So, and then last but not least, do you have any idea what chair shipping is?
Chair shipping, $25.
$25, and that's just a normal cost. It's $25.
Yeah,
it's
that's
flat.
A hard flat cost. That's what we charge.
All the way to Washington, or all the way to New York, or right there in Pensacola, Florida, is $25.
So, so we have a couple more questions.
Yeah, come on.
So, the cutting mat bundles that Jeannie just held up, was that the rotating mat, or which one did you cut up?
No, what cutting mats?
Oh, and not this.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh, the Roundabout bundle.
That we may have showed you the Roundabout bundle. It's
so we should have taken that off. It's this right here. We cannot do discounts on those bundles that they were talking. No, they're probably asking about the cutting mat bundles that are on here.
Oh, okay.
Did you send that to me, or
it's on the cutting mats?
Okay, so no
discount. No discount on that at all.
Okay.
So, okay, we'll take that up and adjust that. So
yes,
if you're seeing this, sorry, this is the best price.
That's the best price we can do.
This is the best price we can do with these. There's no additional discounts on that, and we'll change that.
And the cutting mat bundles, I believe, are on that price list, but that's going to be
that's the price.
That is the price there. Yeah. And then Debbie asked, can we get scalp scissors at the discount? Anything that Martelli sells outside of the cutting mat bundles, is there any other exclusions?
No, I mean,
no. All right. So everything that Martelli sells, if it's not on that price list, you can write it in at the bottom, and it'll qualify. It'll qualify for that.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, did you tell us what chair shipping is?
$25.
So $25 for chair.
Just real quick on a chair. Let's say this is the back of the chair. This is what makes our chair unique. Obviously, it can go up and down.
The back,
right? The back and height, obviously. The cool thing is the push, okay? So it has a control which can move it forward, but so you can move it backward and say, I want it right there, and you can lock it in. So basically, instead of you having a hump in your back, it can move your spine up and keep it there, and you can sit and sew longer and more comfortable, okay? It's an amazing chair. I love that chair.
And then Cindy's asked a couple of times about a video showing how to change the blade. If you guys are okay with it, we'll just do a Technique Tuesday video when we're done.
Sure.
And we'll just do that. And then, so Cindy, we'll post that once we wrap up. We'll just make a little video and add that to the site as well.
Perfect.
And then
we'll do it with her nice nails.
Also, if they go to YouTube and just type in like Martelli cutter, Martelli rulers, there's I don't know, hundreds of different videos there from people, just even customers who, are doing videos using our tools.
Actually had a couple of customers bring the cutters in and go, can you change this?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely do it.
So we'll do that video and post it once we wrap up. Stephanie asked, can it go on a Synchrony credit card? Yes. That's something that you'll have to, once you let me know, we'll get it ordered for you and I'll call for your card number, Stephanie, and get you taken care of.
You're going to love it. Hey, listen, it is a great, great package. It is the end of the year. The holiday season's here. Treat yourself, but treat yourself because of your body.
We kind of need a new chair vendor. We've been talking about it for a while, so I'm really interested.
And I'll tell you what, we just started selling them to stores before. Okay. He wouldn't let us because we couldn't stay on top of it. But they're so popular.
We're on our fourth or fifth run of 1,000 chairs at a time, and it's only been out, so it is a huge. And so a lot of people will use it for their business, but at their craft as well. So they'll get a couple of them, and you can always use A-1 for the discount. And if you can do it this week, you're going to get a good one.
Today. Do it today.
Is there anything else that you would like to add, Jeannie, other than we really appreciate you guys coming?
Like 1 a.m. this morning because I was like,
well, yeah, because we didn't know about UPS.
We definitely try and make
all right.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's a video still. I'm just holding on. I can only smile so long.
Look, you have the picture up. Is that online right now, that picture? Oh, no, you just pulled it up on the computer.
Are you still live?
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. This is awesome.
I don't know how to.
Just go to here. Come here, Jeannie.
Okay. My first time to the rodeo. I couldn't even find the live feed.
Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best.
My gosh.
Well, I've had a great time on this, and we still got more to do.
No, I think Patrick's just going to show them that picture
that it shows the stellar and the sensational together.
And then, Stephanie, you can call in your order today. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to make a note to give you a call.
Both at that price, you're not going to see that next year. You will not. The price is going to have to go up.
Is there a special price?
No, what y'all have it right now. If they got room for two, I'm telling you.
Prices are going up.
Oh, yeah, for us because of cost of material.
Yeah, and I think you guys are all used to that. We're all seeing prices.
It's just we have a hike, petroleum-based products, all that stuff is going. So take heed in that because if you've got an opportunity and he's offering a Synchrony plan on it.
But here's the deal too.
Maybe two tables.
You guys are doing this pricing because it's a truly the sleigh ride that's so crazy. So take advantage because you may come later. They're not going to give you these pricings every single day. So.
This is it, because we're going to Japan, so you
are.
Yeah, we leave on the 20th.
Wow.
We're wrapping up the deals.
We'll be building y'all's tables while they're there.
Exactly.
So, let's see. I'm just looking through to make sure everybody said thank you for an excellent show. So thank you so much for attending. We'll get everything posted on the website. The sale is from today through Monday, a week from today.
So the 16th.
So orders have to come in from today through next week. How do we get the 90 days same as cash? April, you can get it'll be actually 180 days same as cash. You got to call the store and just let me know. You can write it in on the bottom. I want to use Synchrony financing.
That's tables only.
I'll do products too.
I'll
do products too at 6 months same as cash. So if you want that, just write it in on the bottom of your order, and it's 6 months same as cash on anything that you want if you want to use your Synchrony code.
Dang.
So all right. Thank you so much. Emails, marketing will go out this afternoon. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah, and we do have space available at our 5:30 show. So if anybody has watched and wants to join us in person, you can come tonight. We've got refreshments, cookies, fruit, all that stuff. All right.